System attack! It's Behind the Scam, the show dedicated to social engineering at the bar and on the street. Howdy, I'm Brian Brushwood, back in studio, rocking spikes, attacking your face with them, answering questions, including this one from everyone. Isn't defacing currency illegal? Answer, probably. Yes and maybe. Plus, I'm not a lawyer. More importantly, I think the answer is no. As best I could tell, the research I saw, there are different rules for coinage because they're worried about shaving off bits of precious metal and using it for something besides currency, versus bills, which have their own set of rules, which apparently you can put marks on bills because, like the Where's George thing, they put a stamp on that, and that's apparently cool because it doesn't make a 1 pretend it's 100, but if you altered a 1 to look like 100, then you would be defrauding people. Apparently it's complicated, and apparently doodling on there is okay as long as you don't intend to render it unspendable. Speaking of which, there was one part that was definitely illegal, which was the illusion of when I burned that bill, which was a very convincing illusion, because had I actually burned that $1 bill, that would have been a crime. There's no situation in which it's okay to burn US currency, which I definitely did not do. Next up over email, we got not 1, not 3, but 5 responses from sharp cookies out there who actually paid attention at the end of scam school when I asked for a wizard on acid shooting rainbows out of his eyes. So I want to give a special thanks to Ryan, Allen, H.J. Baker, Curtis Gray, and Scott Ryan Hart. You guys truly make me proud to be a wizard who can't really shoot rainbows out of my eyes. I can cry rainbow tears. Just kidding. Next up, Danny sends us an email that says, "Hey Brian, I'm Danny and I've been a huge fan. Anyway, I've been into magic for about a year now and I want to take it to the next step by doing public shows. I've only been performing for friends and family, but really want to perform for children's hospitals and even retirement homes. But with the economy in its current state, funds are hard to come by for props and such. I wanted your opinion on sponsorship. I was thinking of going to local magic shops and requesting sponsorship to perform. This is all nonprofit, by the way. Thanks, Danny." Look, man, here's the problem with sponsorship in general. And understand, I'm dealing with this right now. The only people who are in a position who want to give you something for free is if they feel like they're going to get something much, much more valuable in return for their donation. So if you do want to do something like that, you've got to come to them with a proven track record. It sounds to me like at this point, you just need to get your sea legs underneath you. It seems like you've got to get flight time and get your face in front of more audiences as much as you can, in which case, figure out how to do everything on the cheap. Read books on designing illusions and building illusions, but then just do it out of cardboard because nobody freaking cares. As long as you fool them at the end, that's all that matters. As long as you're personable, you're engaging, as long as you're electric and make it fun, then get out there, perform. Don't worry about getting paid, man. Right now you should be worried about getting your face in front of other people's faces and blowing their minds. And then talk about getting paid. And then once you're paid and rich, then talk to me about hiring me for, I'm looking for sponsorships, is what I'm trying to say. Also, got to give you a huge heads up on new stuff available at scamstuff.com. As you know, Scam School is all about what you do at the bar. Scam Stuff is about what you bring to the bar. And we have figured out a way for us to do all the heavy lifting for you. Instead of making you go to the bank, finding sequential bills, sanding them off, modifying them, getting them ready to perform, we are going to do all of that for you. The release is called Counterfeit. And ironically, the bills are not counterfeit. They're 100% genuine US currency that we've modified to make 5 of them identical. And I mean completely identical. Same serial number, every smudge in the same place, every fold in the same place, every crease and crinkle, every scar across the face of George Washington, everything is exactly the same. Put these in your wallet and wait for the right moment, and you are gonna melt some faces. These are your get out of jail free cards. These are your perfect golden tickets for when you absolutely must completely blow your friends away with a magic effect. Also part of this package, we have special bills that are exactly perfect to pull off one of the Daniel Garcia miracles that we learned last year. When you remember, we had Danny on doing a trick where they shuffle the cards, they deal them out to you, and yet all your cards exactly match up to the serial number on a $1 bill. And I suggested on that episode to keep an eye out for 5, 10s, 20s that happen to have the right letters and numbers for you to pull this on those effects. I have not seen a single one since then. As far as I knew, I was lying out my face, and there is no bill that would work for this trick until I went to the bank last week. And by random luck, I got 200 $10 bills that have a J, a K, and an A, perfect for Jack, King, and Ace, for you to pull this effect off on your friends. Those are available at Scam Stuff as well. So we'll have more Behind the Scam coming up next week. Until then, don't forget to hit me up on all the social medias. Our engagement, our interaction is not limited to this box of YouTube here. I am not a face in a fish bowl. Although if I was, I would be constantly asking you to dribble booze inside. More importantly, we should be interacting on Twitter, on Google+, and of course on Facebook, the holy trifecta of social interactions. I really do read all of your questions. I respond to as many as I can in person, and what I can't, I do right here on Behind the Scam. I love you guys, and I'm melting. I'm melting and falling away. It's a biological condition. It's Behind the Scam, the show only dedicated to social engineering at the... Wait, no, that's not what it is. The show dedicated to the show dedicated but social... the show behind the show that's about social engineering at the... Fuck you. Spikes.